Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? You get out of bed, shuffle into the kitchen, make your usual cup of coffee, maybe a slice of toast, and sit down. But something just feels off. Your body feels heavy. Your mind is a little foggy, and by mid-morning your energy has already dipped. Sound familiar? If it does, you're not alone. This happens to a lot of us as we get older. Our bodies change. Our digestion slows down, our metabolism isn't quite what it used to be, and even our brain can feel like it's moving a bit slower. But here's the truth. Just because we're getting older doesn't mean we have to feel older. Especially not first thing in the morning. One of the easiest and most powerful ways to take back your energy and support your brain is by changing how you start your day. I'm not talking about some complicated diet or trendy superfood that's hard to find. I'm talking about real food. Simple, nourishing breakfasts that give your body exactly what it needs to feel good, think clearly, and move through the day with confidence. And yes, they're delicious too. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 easy breakfasts that are perfect for anyone over 60 who wants to feel more energetic and mentally sharp. These meals are gentle on your system, rich in nutrients, and most importantly, easy to make. So let's get into it, starting with a classic that might surprise you. Let's talk about oatmeal. I know, oatmeal doesn't sound very exciting. Maybe you've had it 1,000 times. Maybe you think it's bland or boring. But here's the thing. When made right, oatmeal is a powerhouse. It's one of the best breakfasts for energy and brain health, especially as we age. First of all, oatmeal is high in a type of fiber called beta-glucan, which helps stabilize your blood sugar. That means you won't experience that mid-morning crash that leaves you feeling groggy and craving a sugary snack. And because it digests slowly, it gives you steady, long-lasting energy throughout the morning. But that's just the beginning. Oatmeal also supports heart health, and a healthy heart means better circulation, which is essential for keeping your brain sharp. Better blood flow means more oxygen to the brain, and that helps with memory, focus, and mood. Now, not all oatmeal is created equal. Those little instant packets might be convenient, but they're often full of sugar and artificial flavors. What you want is old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats. They take a little longer to cook, just a few extra minutes, but it's worth it. And here's where the fun comes in. You can dress it up however you like. Try adding a spoonful of almond butter for healthy fats and protein. Toss in some fresh berries or a sliced banana for antioxidants. A sprinkle of cinnamon isn't just for flavor. It can help regulate blood sugar and even support brain function. Want a little extra protein? Stir in a scoop of Greek yogurt or crack in an egg while it cooks, and it'll make the oats extra creamy without tasting like egg at all. What you get is a warm, comforting bowl that fuels your body and supports your brain. It's simple, affordable, and easy to change up so it never gets boring. And if you're someone who doesn't like to eat a big meal early in the morning, you can make a smaller portion or even prepare it the night before as overnight oats. That way, it's ready when you are. Now, let's move on to something for those of you who like a more savory start to the day. Maybe oatmeal isn't your thing, or maybe you just want a little variety. Let me tell you about one of my personal favorites. Eggs with sautéed greens and avocado. This might sound fancy, but it's actually really simple, and it comes together in just a few minutes. Eggs are a near-perfect food. They're packed with protein, which helps keep your muscles strong, something that becomes more important with every passing year. They're also full of nutrients like vitamin B12, which supports nerve function, and choline, which is crucial for memory. If you've been feeling forgetful lately, a couple of eggs in the morning might be just what your brain is asking for. Now pair those eggs with something green, like spinach, kale, or even just a bit of arugula. Leafy greens are loaded with antioxidants, iron and vitamins like K and C. They help reduce inflammation and support both brain and heart health. Just toss them into a pan with a little olive oil, let them wilt, and you're done to bring it. Altogether, add a few slices of avocado. Avocados are rich in healthy fats that feed your brain, help absorb nutrients, and keep you feeling full and satisfied. They're also high in potassium, which supports blood pressure and overall heart health. What you end up with is a breakfast that's colorful, flavorful, and full of life. Just like you. Scramble the eggs, fry them, poach them, whatever style you'd like. Add some herbs or a dash of hot sauce if you want. You can serve everything on a slice of whole grain toast or just eat it on its own. It's flexible, it's satisfying, and it keeps you going strong. And here's something else too. Keep in mind, eating a breakfast like this doesn't just give your body the fuel it needs. It also sends a signal to your brain. I'm taking care of you. That simple act of choosing something nourishing can set the tone for your whole day. Before we move on, let me just say, if you're finding this helpful so far, go ahead and click that like button. It really helps us reach more people just like you. And if you want more simple, practical tips on how to feel better, move easier, and live well after 60, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more to share, and you won't want to miss it. Alright, so we've talked about the power of a warm bowl of oats and the magic of eggs, greens, and avocado. These are both simple meals, but they can have a big impact on your energy, your brain function, and how you feel throughout the day. And the best part? They're quick to make, easy to customize, and they don't require any special equipment or hard-to-find ingredients. Whether you're someone who loves breakfast or someone who tends to skip it, just remember, your body is doing its best to support you, and it deserves a little support in return. Giving it the right start in the morning can change the way you feel all day long. Now that we've got those first two meals on the table, let's keep this momentum going. Because when something works, you want more of it, right? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, that all sounds great, but what if I'm short on time in the morning? Or maybe you're just not that hungry right after waking up. I hear you. That's exactly why this next breakfast is such a game changer. It's simple, quick, and packed with everything your brain and body need to feel switched on. Let's talk about smoothies. Not the kind you buy at a cafe that's more sugar than substance, but a good, homemade smoothie that takes no more than 5 minutes to make and actually leaves you feeling satisfied. What I love about smoothies is that they're easy to digest. So if you're someone who doesn't like heavy meals in the morning, this might be your perfect match. And they're versatile. Once you get the hang of it, you can switch up ingredients to keep things interesting. Now, here's what makes a smoothie energy-boosting and brain-loving. It needs the right combination of healthy fats, fiber, protein, and a handful of smart carbs. When you put those elements together, you get something that not only fills you up, but also supports your focus, your memory, and your energy levels without making you feel sluggish. Let me walk you through a basic. Want to try? Start with a base. Something like unsweetened almond milk or oat milk. Then add a handful of spinach or kale. Don't worry, you won't even taste it, but your body will thank you. Greens like these are loaded with folate and vitamin K, which help your brain stay sharp. Next, toss in half a banana for natural sweetness, and a dose of potassium, which supports your nerves and muscles. For protein, add a scoop of Greek yogurt or even a tablespoon of nut butter, like almond or peanut. That protein helps keep your blood sugar steady and your belly full. And don't skip the healthy fats. A few slices of avocado or a teaspoon of chia or flax seeds can do wonders. These fats are essential for brain health, especially as we age. The brain is made up of about 60% fat after all, and it needs the right kinds to function well. Want to boost it even more? Add a small handful of berries, blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries. These little fruits are rich in antioxidants, which protect your brain cells from aging and inflammation. Studies even suggest that regular berry consumption can improve memory over time. And who doesn't want that? Blend it all up, pour it into a glass, and just like that, you've got breakfast in your hand. You can sip it while you read the paper, water the plants, or even take it with you on a morning walk. It's convenient, it's refreshing, and it feels good, knowing you've started your day with something that truly nourishes you. And speaking of feeling good, let's move on to a breakfast that brings a sense of comfort with every bite. Something warm, hearty, and full of flavor. I'm talking about sweet potatoes, that's right, sweet potatoes for breakfast. Now before you raise an eyebrow, let me explain. Sweet potatoes are a fantastic source of complex carbohydrates, which means they give you long-lasting energy without the sugar crash. They're rich in fiber, beta-carotene, and potassium, and they're naturally sweet without needing any extra sugar. But what makes them really special is how they support brain function. That beta-carotene I mentioned, it's converted into vitamin A in the body, which is essential for maintaining healthy brain cells and reducing inflammation. You can prepare sweet potatoes in so many ways for breakfast. One of my favorites is to roast a few in advance. Just wash them, poke a few holes, and bake them in the oven until soft. Then in the morning, you can warm one up, slice it open, and fill it with a variety of toppings depending on what you're in the mood for. For a sweet version, try a dollop of Greek yogurt, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and some crushed walnuts or pecans on top. The yogurt gives you protein and calcium, the cinnamon helps stabilize blood sugar, and the nuts add healthy fats and a satisfying crunch. You can even drizzle a bit of honey if you like it sweeter, but just a touch is enough. For something savory, top a warm sweet potato with scrambled eggs and a little bit of sautéed onion or bell pepper. It becomes this cozy, colorful breakfast bowl that feels like comfort food, but it's actually full of nutrients. And if you're watching your cholesterol, you can use egg whites or even tofu scramble for a lighter option. Sweet potatoes are easy to prep ahead of time, and they last well in the fridge, so you're not cooking from scratch every morning. Just reheat and build your plate however you like. It's a great option for those slower mornings when you want to sit down, enjoy your food, and feel like you're giving your body something really good. Now, I want to touch on something important. Breakfast isn't just about feeding your body. It's about how you start your day emotionally. Taking a few minutes in the morning to prepare something nourishing, to sit down and enjoy it, even if it's just 10 minutes, is a powerful act of self-care. You're telling yourself, I matter, my health matters, how I feel today matters. And that mindset, that little shift, it changes everything. It makes you more likely to move your body, drink your water, connect with others. It becomes the foundation for the kind of day and the kind of life you want to live. So far, we've covered 3 breakfasts that are simple, satisfying, and packed with brain-boosting, energy-supporting ingredients. Oatmeal, eggs with greens and avocado, and now smoothies and sweet potatoes. Each of these meals brings something a little different to the table, but they all work toward the same goal, helping you feel your best, think more clearly, and enjoy your day with more ease and energy. Now, if you've been finding this helpful so far, please take a second to hit that like button. It really helps the channel and lets us know you're enjoying the content. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more tips and inspiration on living your best life after 60. Because here's the truth, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can mean waking up with more purpose, feeling stronger, thinking sharper, and it starts with something as simple as what you put on your plate in the morning. Let's keep going, because we've got one more breakfast to talk about, and this one might be the simplest of all, but don't let that fool you. Sometimes the smallest things pack the biggest punch. You know those mornings when you just want something quick, light, and comforting. Maybe you're not in the mood to cook, or you've got an early appointment, or you're just easing into the day. This is where a simple bowl of plain Greek yogurt with fruit and nuts comes in, but not just any yogurt. We're talking about a breakfast that works with your body and brain, not against it. Greek yogurt is rich in protein, often double the amount found in regular yogurt, which helps you feel full longer and keeps your energy levels steady. But beyond that, it's also a great source of probiotics. Those friendly little bacteria support your gut health, which has a much bigger impact on your brain than most people realize. There's actually a direct connection between your gut and your brain. It's called the gut-brain axis. And when your digestion is happy, your mood, memory, and mental clarity often improve too. And the best part? You don't need to do much to make it delicious. Start with a few big spoonfuls of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, full fat or low fat depending on what works best for your body. Then top it with a handful of fresh fruit. Blueberries are a great choice, packed with antioxidants that support memory and slow down cognitive aging. But strawberries, blackberries, or even sliced apple or pear work beautifully too. The important thing is to go for something fresh and colorful. Now here's where you add that crunch, just a small handful of nuts or seeds. Walnuts are especially powerful for brain health, thanks to their omega-3 fatty acids, but almonds, pumpkin seeds, or sunflower seeds all have their own benefits. You could even sprinkle on a little ground flaxseed or chia if you like a bit of texture and want an extra dose of fiber. And for those with a bit of a sweet tooth, a drizzle of honey is totally okay. Just a little touch to bring it all together. What you get is a creamy, crunchy, fruity bowl that feels like a treat, but works hard behind the scenes to fuel your brain and body for the whole morning. Now, I want to pause here for a moment. Not just to talk about food, but about what all of this really means. These breakfasts, they're not about being on a diet or counting calories or chasing some impossible standard of health. They're about supporting yourself, nourishing yourself, saying, hey, I deserve to feel good today, because let's be honest, it's easy to fall into the habit of skipping breakfast or settling for something quick but empty. Maybe toast and jam, or just a cup of coffee and a few crackers. And that might hold you over for a bit, but your body is quietly asking for more. More nutrients, more energy, more support. And when you give it that, even in small, simple ways, it notices. You notice, you start to feel more alive. And this is true no matter your age. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, it's never too late to feel better. Your brain is still growing, still changing, still capable of learning and remembering and creating new connections, and your body still responds to how you treat it, even after decades of habits. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle to feel a shift. Sometimes all it takes is one new habit in the morning, one thoughtful meal, one intentional moment to say, today, I'm choosing to take care of myself. So let's take a moment to gently review what we've explored together. Not as a checklist, but as a picture of possibility. We started with a warm, fiber-rich bowl of oatmeal. Simple, cozy, and full of steady energy. Then we added in eggs with greens and avocado, a savory option that supports muscle strength and mental clarity. We talked about smoothies, quick, colorful, and packed with the kind of ingredients that help your brain stay sharp. Sweet potatoes gave us another way to think outside the box with comforting flavors and long-lasting fuel. And now, Greek yogurt with fruit and nuts, perhaps the easiest of them all, but still full of everything your body needs to start strong. These aren't trendy health hacks or short-term fixes. They're meals that are easy to love and even easier to stick with. Because that's the goal, isn't it? To build habits that actually fit into your life, that feel good, that make your morning something to look forward to. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something important. You've made it to this point in life with a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. You've seen what works and what doesn't. And you probably know better than anyone that taking care of yourself isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about making choices that align with the kind of life you want to live. So whether you try just one of these, breakfasts or all five, remember this: small changes really do add up. One good morning leads to a better afternoon. One better day leads to a better week. And before you know it, you're feeling more like yourself again, stronger, clearer, more energized. You deserve that. Not just once in a while, but every day. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these breakfasts sounds like something you'd try? Or maybe you have a favorite go-to breakfast of your own that gives you a lift in the morning. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. I love hearing your stories, and I know others in our community do too. We're all in this together, learning and growing and doing our best to feel good as we age. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel and lets us know we're creating the kind of content that matters to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. There's so much more we're going to explore together. From healthy habits to brain tips to movement and more. So here's to mornings that start with intention, with nourishment, with care. Here's to feeling energized and mentally sharp, no matter what the calendar says. Here's to living your best life at any age. Thanks for being here with me today. I'll see you next time.